Take my last small ladies and white things. I'll be right there. Just a second. I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Took my last sip as the ice cream was starting. So then I had to make another pot real quick. So, yeah. One of these days you'll be an old guy if you don't quit running your mouth. You'll make it there. That's how you become an old guy, is you don't run your mouth. Or you run your mouth and you have enough ass to back it up. That's how you become an old guy. You got a little sleep a little at a time, yeah. That's right. I know the feeling. I was up 3 times.
Oh, here we go. Somebody that had their mouth open way before me.
Hey, I can't help it.
Yeah.
It was 11 o'clock before I fell asleep. It was 10 o'clock when I got off in here. I went in and watched Rescue 401. Don't give me none of your crap, sister.
I know you're not talking to me.
I wasn't. I was talking to Big Steve. I'm doing good there, Big Steve. How are you? Oh.
Right now, Patrick.
Oh, let's see. I got up at 3:15 this morning. Come out here. Use the little boy's room.
What?
Went back in and tried to lay down. And every time I thought, well, it's time to get up, I'd check my phone in, half an hour, 45 minutes. I know I fell asleep, but I'd wake right up, That falls in that line a little sleep at a time. You've been watching Bad Chad Customs? That's cool. Evidently, I missed his last one because it never taped. I get so upset at this stuff. It's bull. Mitchell, good morning.
What?
Huh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but it's nice to have you here. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna have to trim this mustache because it's just definitely bugging the hell out of me. I make something out of nothing. That's right. I gotta do a little bit of stuff this morning. I'm gonna come back, wash my jars, put them in the oven, get them nice and hot. No, I ain't. I'm gonna wash my jars, get them nice and clean, and I'm gonna fill them with cold soup. Put the soup in the canner at the time, with cold water, and I'm gonna let it all heat up together. That way, I don't have to waste time cooking or heating it back up. It'll just it's not soup. It's that vegetable broth. So. It'll take an hour for that pot to get hot in order to, hot enough to, and so I'll just do it all at once. Kill two birds with one stone. It's already been cooked, already been made. Just gotta put it in some jars and can it, then it's on to the next canning thing. I just thought, oh my God, Steve sent me a photo. It's a photo finish. That's funny. Let's see. Won't let me. Huh. Yeah. Remind me and I'll save it or share it later there, Steve. I have to wait for it to download. So, John, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Hey, you're the rock star there, John. So, that curry beef looked pretty good last night. I'm a big fan of naan bread because I can eat the naan bread. I have roasted garlic naan bread. I think I have plain naan bread in the refrigerator also, and I think the other one is herb and butter or something, herb or Italian naan bread. Some kind of, there's 3 different kinds. So I go to I get it from the store Aldi's, and I'll put it in the refrigerator and it'll last a couple weeks sitting in the refrigerator. So. Molly Gordon, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Linda, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Good morning, dork. Where's Tom at? We got to put you on a leash. Oh. You have it ready, and all you got to do is hit the button. Well, hit the button, big junkyard. Hit the button. Morning, Brad. Well, call him back. Need somebody to put you under control. Oh, I tell you what, John, I am a big fan of paprika. I put paprika on a lot of stuff. I love it on my potato salad. I love it on my macaroni salad. I love it in my chicken soup. My basically anything I cook, I throw some paprika on it. So it's not snowing, but it snowed last night, and well, congratulations, you're the winner. 3 more days to the Publisher Clearinghouse. Did you guys enter? $5,000 a week for the rest of your life, forever. You get $5,000 a week for the rest of your life, and when you hit the bucket, somebody else in your family can get it. Can't win if you don't enter. Yes, sir. I also entered the I'm trying to remember it's the DIY network. I entered their home giveaway in Montana, so hopefully I win the Publishers Clearinghouse, and then I win the house from the DIY, which is in Montana, so I can be moving and being, financially set for the rest of my life. I won't have to pitch another wiener. So we'll all know if the doorbell rings. And she is her. I get out of bed looking like $1 million every day, down to $19.99. No, you can't be on here anymore, honey. Well, why are you calling him Booby? That's not nice, Brenda. You can't understand them anyways. Yeah, they ain't like they can read English. So. Do. The find out, I don't want to go. Oh, God. She's like that every morning. I don't want to go to school. She couldn't wait to go to school when she first started. Now she don't want to go to school. She doesn't realize she's still got 13 more years. This is just pre-K. Oh. I don't blame you. I don't want to go to school either.
Get up. Get up.
There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I think they speak Spanish there. I was in another window doing something real quick before I forgot. Well, you know what you could do, Linda? You could get yourself a T-shirt and say, "Which shithole did you come from?" Trump was the only politician that ever hit that nail right on the head. Yeah, he called them countries like he see them, and exactly the way I've been saying it for years. So, yeah, people call them third world. They're not third. They're called third world, Mike. But because there is no reason why they aren't advanced like the rest of us. And the only reason why is because their own government is keeping them down. You build a tall wall, I don't blame you. I'd get a machete and machine gun just to keep them away. Nighty-night, Brad. How are you going to go back to bed? You got breakfast cooking. So. You guys see my new channel right there? I think I'm going to start one. Yeah. I should put all my Canon videos in that. I'll run them through the Iron Dog so I get views, but I'll put them in the Canon with Keith. There you go. All right, get in your car. Don't slip and fall. Sit in there. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. Good morning, Tammy Sprinkle. You're looking lovely as ever. That's right, Jeff. Monday. Oh, boy, another week. Yeah. Oh, God. Like, like Chick McGee said on Bob and Tom. Oh, what a relief death will bring. Yeah. I'm not afraid of dying. I embrace it. There you go. Run the tourists off the road. Good morning, Carolyn. Want to be free? Want to be free. You're looking lovely as ever. See you later, Brenda. Be careful going to work. Get back on and tell us when you make it to work, Brenda, so we know you made it. Then you can get back off again, but make sure you tell us you get to work. I lose track of days too. I do too. Today's Monday, I know that. Oh, you're going to stream? All right. That's good. Remember, tomorrow, I'm not gonna be doing a live stream tomorrow. We gotta go do blood work in the morning and take a urine test, so I'm gonna be up all night studying. And then I gotta go to the hospital and do all them tests. I don't know what for. I don't plan on being in the medical profession, but they want me there. So I gotta do all them tests, and so it has to be a fasting. So I want to get it done in the morning. You're right. The days are long. So if somebody wants to step up and do a live stream tomorrow morning, go ahead and be my guest. So. I remember that too, Junkyard. And if it did open, it didn't open until after church was over. Nothing would be open. You couldn't buy alcohol. The bars weren't open. None of the stores were open until afternoon, and they closed at 6. You know, after church got out, and then they closed at 6. Your grocery stores were open, but they wouldn't open until after noon, after church. And All right there, Bobby. So, Ron Neitzel. Oh, by the way, everybody, the Green Wizard. The Green Wizard Guide. This is a signed version. Ron, this is Kathy's book. It is a signed version. How many signed copies is there, Ron? Because I want this to be, obscure. So don't be signing too many, because this can be worth millions of dollars. So, and good morning, Ron. By the way, you can get this book. Go to Amazon and look for it, and you can get this book. It's 104 or 5 pages, something like that. I started reading it this morning. It was pretty good. It is pretty good. I got like 5 pages read, and I quit because I didn't actually have my glasses on, so it was straining. But I only read it for like 3 or 4 minutes. I could speed read the whole book in about 4 minutes, but I want to learn something and keep it. So, but Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors, he has a contest. Go to that contest. Go to the video. Follow the rules. And one of the prizes is one of these, and it's going to be signed. Another prize is a fire stick, fire starter. And the other prize, the same prize is going to be a jackknife. I guess you're getting all 3 of those prizes. And not a jackknife, a custom-made knife Jerry made himself. And it's going to have a custom-made sheath that goes with it. You can enter the contest by saying, put me in the contest, like and share it. I've already shared it on social media. I've already liked it. I said, put me in. The second way to enter is you get 2 chances. The second way to enter is you do a video response to it. I did one last night. I'm doing one right now. But I'm actually going to make a video and put the link of it to Jerry's. You can't be here, honey. I get in trouble now. But that is pretty. I like that pretty princess sweatshirt. That is cute.
Can I steal that?
No, you can't, because I get in trouble now if they show little kids.
No,
So,
No, they're not. You can't get in.
no. So,
Yes, you can.
anyways,
They're not lucky.
you thought it said the Green Lizard? Yeah.
Your student first of all signed in your copy.
Anyways, the second way is do a video response to it and put the link into that contest into your comment. So if you commented on it and you make a video, go back and put the link into it, and then tell Jerry, hey, I put a new link in here to a video response.
Really?
Now that gives you 2. Now you can order the book. Okay, you can order the book from Amazon. Read it, and there is a misspelled word in here. You find the misspelled word. You email Jerry with the word and the page it's on, and that puts you in for 3. I realize what happens is not, well, why would I need the book if I buy it? Well, then you can keep that book that you win. The book you're going to get from the contest is going to be signed. So that book you keep, and the other one you give away to somebody for Christmas. You give it to your neighbor, the one that can't grow a garden. You give it to him or her, or give it to a loved one. Hey, I'm tired of feeding you. You keep coming over to my house and grabbing my garden. Go grow your own here. That's how you do it. So, did I do a good job, Ron? Hopefully.
You got 4 minutes for your buck about that.
Bye, Papa.
Oh, bye. The 4-year-old just had to give me a kiss. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ron. Well, no spell checker? Evidently not. I think I already found it. I have to email Jerry and tell him I think I found it. Hint, it's past page 50. Okay. Well, then I did not find it. I'm pretty sure I did find it, but no, I didn't find it then. So it can't be past page 50. There's no way Jerry could read 50 pages. That book's only been out for a week. It ain't like it's been out 50 days. Did I say that out loud or was I thinking that? Chinese spell checker, that's right. All right. Good morning, Kevin Helming. So nice to have you here. But if you guys are into gardening, even if you're not doing a big garden, if you're doing just raised beds, there's a lot of stuff in here, and I haven't read it all, but there's a lot of stuff in here that'll probably help you. So I'm interested in how I'm getting 600 pounds of tomatoes from a tomato plant. Yeah. Because if that's the case, I'm only going to plant 10 of them. I'll get 6,000 pounds and sell the other 5,000 pounds. You ever reply to Chinese? No, I never. No. Huh, he couldn't find his email. Ask the question. Yeah, ask him a question, yeah. Yeah, I get them calling, all the time, wanting me to do product reviews from them, and they can't even type English, let alone anything else, One of them wanted me to do a product review. They wanted me to spend $50 plus shipping, buy their product, review it, and if they liked the video, they would give me the money back. Excuse me? No. Nuh-uh. Because it doesn't matter if you like it or not. If you didn't like the video is still going to be out there because you want me to download it to Amazon, so Amazon's going to keep the video going. And if you don't like the video, they're still going to get the advertising from it. So who's going to get screwed? The guy doing the video and doing the product review. So no. I told him, no. You pay for the product. You send it here, and I will do a review. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know. By the way, Kevin, I was at the Goodwill yesterday, and they have, count them, 3 Mr. Beer makers there. 3 of them. They're brand new in the box. They're not like this. They are glass jars. Okay? Glass containers. They got them for $20. Well, I think you can buy them for $22. I'm waiting for them to go half price, and then I'll buy one maybe. But I think that's a better way to make wine would be into a wine, glass container. So, pink bong, yeah, and then sprinkle shiny, yeah, that chai. That's right. Yeah, laughing too hard to search it. Can I get a cup of coffee, honey?
I've got to get the kids around. I don't sit on YouTube.
Never mind, I'll do it.
Here.
Thank you. Yeah, obey your command, that's right.
Go find the glasses in the living room.
It's all in the delivery. Yep. Delivery, clearly, yep, there you go. Thank you, honey.
Suck ass.
I'm not being a suck ass. I said thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
I
do.
would too.
Thank you.
I just had to sit there.
I'm doing good there, Green Bay. Welcome. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Everybody, Green Bay Wacky. Green Bay Wacky, everybody. If you guys don't know who he is, check it out. He is getting to be a big channel. He's funny. He does a lot of live streams. Him and Cap7 do some live streams together. They touch on some inspirational stuff. So you all go ahead and check it out. Yeah, she is there, Green Bay. Well, you know.
I am what?
Green Bay, the wife's calling you a suck ass. That's right. Yep. Yeah. You want to time someone out? Huh. Well,
No,
who do you want to time out, Big Steve? That's funny. Kevin says she calls him a lot worse than that. Just stick around. I know. Oh, I know. It's kind of late after she said it in the air, so but it's okay. Oh, you want to time out Kevin, huh? Well, you might want to be careful because Kevin might time you out because he's got a wrench. Anyways, we're just having a simple chat today. I don't know if you guys seen it, but Jussie Smollett, you know, the famous Chicago baker, he just got picked up by CNN. They wanted somebody to do the news that could make it up on the fly. So, isn't that something? Oh, really? Huh. I bet he does have the gonads to time you out. Huh. All I got open is just this YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything's closed down. Slinging wrenches. There you go. Wife just stuck her. Who got picked up? Jussie Smollett. They figured they needed a news anchor that could make the news on the fly. Yeah. You know who Jussie Smollett is, don't you? The Chicago Wire. Good morning, Sandra. Nice to see you. You're looking lovely as ever. Amber, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. That's right. He fits in with CNN. I tell you what, though, what's funny is when Anderson Cooper, yep, perfect match. When Anderson Cooper was interviewing Alexandra ovarian cancer, Alexandra ovarian Cortez, or whatever her name is, when he was interviewing her and he asked her a question and she said something totally stupid. He went, you know, that was funny. She is looking lovely as ever. Aohu? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know who she is. I can't even say her middle name. You go, you gotta do it for 1/3 the price. There you go. Yeah, I can make it up. Oh, I guess he got taken off um, Empire. He got taken off the cast for the last 2 episodes. Now, this is where I think it's wrong. I think Fox had to do the right thing. Rosie said an off-color joke, okay? They canceled her show completely. Then they brought back a new show with the same cast, but left her out of it. Okay, they had to cancel that show, just like the Dukes of Hazzard. You know, that's been canceled. You can't see that no more because of the Confederate flag. Roseanne, you can't find anymore either. You can find the Connors, but you can't find Roseanne. There you go, and you'll give your parking space to me. That's cool there, Green Bay. Anyways, Fox had to do the right thing. Cancel the show. Bring back all the original cast except for him and start it back under a new name. Call it Empire Strikes Back or something. They had to do the right thing. There's no different than what ABC done to Roseanne. This guy actually did reverse racism. He tried to for a better term, blame white people for all his problems, and then it was all him. White Trump voters. That's what he was trying to blame. Redneck white Trump voters with bleach and a noose. So, all right, what'd you do, Sandra? That's one thing that really, jerks my chain. I can agree if somebody of another race, color, let's put it this way. Yeah, you can't, Green Bay, you can't watch Dukes of Hazzard no more. Nobody has it on. They'll do commercials with the Dukes of Hazzard, but the General Lee will not be on there. So that's why they can't show it, because of the General Lee with the Confederate flag. It hurt somebody's behind. Farmall Fanatic, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking handsome as ever. Anyways, if somebody picks on somebody else with a different skin color, I believe, that is a hate crime. But I also believe if somebody with a different skin color perpetrates a crime against somebody else and it's a false crime, that should be a hate crime too. He should be convicted of the same hate crime he was trying to get somebody convicted of, or he was trying to blame somebody on. But, the Chicago chief of police, I think he had to say he's sorry and pay for everything. No, I think he had to say sorry, pay for everything, and spend some time in jail and say, I'm sorry. All these other actors that's money that, can pay for stuff, they're going to do the same thing on too. So what? Oh, you're going to find me $100,000? That's nothing. That's exactly what will happen. Okay. Come on back. Only action crimes, yeah. Yeah, right. The ball bounces both ways. Hi, Brenda. Did you make it back to work? Dork. You've been talking to my wife, haven't you? I'm not trying. I'm not ignoring you, Farmall. Only action crimes. You haven't made it up in Hollywood. You're right. I know it. I know it's a force type situation. You're right. Isn't it something? How this stuff just keeps on growing. You guys better get your coats on. The bus is gonna be here.
In my tote.
I have no idea.
It's in my tote.
You better go ask somebody that knows.
My coat.
Well, isn't that nice? That's a nice name, but I won't say it. So, hello, ISC. Oh, good morning, Christy. You're looking lovely as ever. Tell you a story? Come listen to a story about a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer that couldn't keep his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is, Texas toil, black gold. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Kinfolk said, "Hey, Jed, move away from there." Said, "California is the place you had to be," so he loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools and lawn care service. Is that good enough, Brenda? I'm not judging. That's right. You're not judging. Reaper Man, good morning. Nice to have you here. We sing a complete different version of that. There you go. I do like the Beverly Hillbillies. Saturday Night Live did one. Same version of it, but they did it about an Arab guy named Abdul, and he was shooting at some Jews. That was back in the 70s or 80s. So. Well, good morning, Tammy Sprinkle. You're looking lovely as ever. Yes, you are. Lovely. Oh. You know what a true hillbilly is? A Michigan potato farmer. Look it up in the Webster's Dictionary. So that's right. Lovely and beautiful as ever. So I wonder what happened to ISC. Are you still here, ISC? I'm not going to say your name, so. So thank you, Tammy. Okay, you're just listening? All right, Brenda. Well, we're talking, so you can listen to me talk. You keep that thing going, and when you get to at work, they can listen to me too and pick up on some English. So, hillbilly is an unsophisticated person. making me look. You're right on that one there. Sorry, Michigan dirt farmer, Billy. Oh, now we got to be politically correct. You call somebody a hillbilly, it's rude. That's not nice. What's for breakfast? Nothing really. By the time I get done here, I have to go someplace, and then I'm coming back and canning vegetable broth. So, yeah, rednecks take showers. There you go. Yeah, what did you bring for breakfast, Ruby? Oh, Grizz is a hillbilly. You're a lady Billy. Yeah, you know, like they say, red, white, and blue. Redneck, white socks, and blue ribbon beer. That's right. You brought an appetite. That's right. There you go. When I was out in Massachusetts working, I was, one of the biggest guys there. All the, the guys, nobody out there was, that close, about that far from being as tall as me, And I'm not tall. I was, 6'2". So I'm not tall. But everybody out there wasn't that big. So, and I had, long hair. Um, oh hell, right about here, you know, and a beard, and they used to call me Hillbilly, Hillbilly Jim. So, now it's a uniform with, bibble. I can be Hillbilly Jim. Give me a minute. I have to go to the little boy's room, get him a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. You have interruptions in your internet connection. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't do that, dear Jerry. Yeah. Don't hit the blue. Don't hit the pretty blue one or the amber one. You're probably right there, Tim. And you're probably right too, Big Steve. No. But I don't care. Yeah, it's hard to find lamps like that. You're right. The blue one especially. That is one of the hardest ones to find. No. Horseradish. I had some horseradish yesterday, Tim. I made me a virgin Bloody Mary. So. I know that there. Anyways, for those that weren't at the live stream last night and that I didn't see you since Friday morning, we went to Gordon Food Service Friday afternoon, me and Kathy. Kathy and I, my lovely bride, and we stopped in there and get a cup of coffee, and we're strolling through arm in arm like newlyweds. Get out of here. Now you're exaggerating. We're strolling through there arm in arm like we're a newlywed couple. And I had a real bad dream. Anyways, we're walking through, and I'm looking for hot dogs. They moved them. I said, "Oh, don't tell me they're all out of them." And I found them, and I'm looking for a package of hot dogs, and I found them, and I'm picking them up. And next thing you know, she comes over and she says, "Look what I just found." I said, "What is it?" And she said, "It's a restaurant-style buffet ham." Now, these things are this big. They're 24, 26 inches long. Weighs 15 pounds. Had a $10 price tag on it. So, wow, that's a pretty good deal. I said, "Is there any more?" She said, "There's one more." I said, "Might as well take them both." So we put those in a cart, paid for it, walked outside, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to go walking back in with one of them, see if I can get them to slice it. Slice one for sandwich, half of it for sandwiches, and then the other half for breakfast steaks." And I walked back in and said, "Hey, I just bought this, but can you slice it?" Oh, sure. No problem. I should have actually took the other one in and had them sliced. We're going to use the second restaurant-style buffet ham for Easter. It should be more than enough to feed everybody and still have victuals left over. So. Huh?
You're not going to be eating that holiday. Your mouth's going to be wired shut.
I'm going to be what?
You're not eating that holiday. Your mouth's going to be wired shut.
I'm not going to be eating Easter because my mouth's going to be wired shut. Huh. Damn. The long-legged hams. That's right. They're not, they're the pressed ham or whatever you want to call it. But usually those are $1.99, while at Gordon Food Service are like $2.99 a pound. So this is a pretty good deal. I think it figured out like 80 cents a pound, something like that. Oh. Huh. Had a typo. Well, you know what they say, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. The pop-ups. Oh, Big Stevie. That's right. Try to keep it family friendly. Family friendly. Like John Candy said in that movie, Summer Resort, when that woman took her top off and said, "What do you think?" She said, "Oh, they're beautiful. Oh yeah, they're gorgeous. They're fun for the whole family." I could have got a chainsaw. That was funny. Your books are hang off a shelf. Yeah. Stella. So, anything exciting happened to anybody over the night? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyways, tasted the A&W wine last night. That was pretty good stuff once you get it cold. Well, it's good already. I mean, it's good warm, but all well and should be chilled to begin with. And that was pretty good stuff, man. But it was glued shut. There you go. Well, depends on how you're cleaning the house. Pass those out for me. Only moderators can show that stuff. Oh. You got 2 feet of snow last night? That's pretty cool. I mean, not for you guys, but it is pretty cool. You guys don't normally get snow like that, do you? Try to bottle wild. I'll tell you what, wild turkey is some nasty stuff, man. You start drinking that, that is some rough stuff. Yeah, did you try any of that yellow stuff? Flavored kind. Trying to keep up with Rinda on both sides of the continent, you know. Well, you figure that stuff would come swing right by Michigan and dump it on us, but it isn't. No. Saving it for you. There you go. By the way, Jerry, I did another video response today. Y'all check out the Green Wizard's Guide. Check out the Green Wizard's Guide. Buy it at Amazon. Read the book. And then once you read the book, you'll know everything that's inside. Or you could go to Jerry's Woodshop and Outdoors, enter his contest. You enter the contest by simply saying put me in. Like and share the video, social media. For a second chance to win, your response to it, link right in with your comment. And for a third chance to win, buy the book, read the book, find out what page and what word was misspelled, email that to Jerry at jerrythespellchecker.com. I don't know, you'll have to find Jerry's email. And then email that to Jerry, and that'll put you in for a third drawing on that prize. And the prize package is you get this book, but the book you get will be signed. So the book you bought from Amazon, you can give to a friend, or you can give to a neighbor, or you can give to the person that keeps coming over and stealing vegetables out of your garden and say, grow your own stuff. You can give them to that. But then you're going to get the biggest fire starter ever made. Okay? And you're also going to get a custom-made knife with a sheath. That's in the contest. Now, if you're under 18, you can't get the fire starter or the knife, but you can get the book. So, and if you do, if you're out of the country, Ron will send you the book, but Jerry's not going to send you the knife or the gun or the fire starter. But watch the video. Did I do good, Jerry? Did I do good? So. Stop complaining. There you go. I'm a pro. Actually, that should be now. Now, if I do another video response, that should give me 5. But no, I'll just do it. I'll take the 3. Because I really want the custom-made knife. I do. I want the custom-made knife. Fire starter would be nice too, but I want the custom-made knife. I've got a fire starter already made from Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors, and it is terrific. I did a couple of videos with it. I fire started my turkey fryer so I could cook the chili outside. So, this is a better show than ShamWow. And it slices, it dices, it even. You're going to have to crack that sucker just right. There you go. I seen a picture of Gallagher yesterday. That's the first thing I remembered about it. Take care, Amber. Get that house clean. Put some feather dusters on it and just go like this. Oh. You'll probably take over the world with it. I thought I found the word there, Jerry, but evidently I didn't, because Ron told us it was past a certain page, and I'm not going to say what page it was past, because if you weren't here, you're going to have to go back through the chat and find it. That would give you got to go back in the chat and find it. So you'll have to come back today after the video downloads and look through the chat. But Ron was already in here and said it's past a certain page. So. And when is the contest going to end? Have you decided yet, Jerry? Because there was at the on the video, there wasn't no end date on the contest. So, yeah, it's in the book. Pinky in the brain. There you go. Good morning, Gene. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. Wants to end it in a month? Okay. Another hit. What book is it in? I'll give you a visual hint. It's in this book. Right here. This book right here. The Green Wizard's Guide. Make it one of your favorites. Heading out to snow, assuming that you're heading out to start plowing. Oh, you're dreading to start plowing. Okay. I don't blame you. Be nice if Brenda would just come over and plow your driveway for you. It ain't that far away. That way you could have coffee for her. It's the first edition. I can't tell you, but you have to look on my, go back to my chat replay. Make sure you hit live chat replay. And Ron Neitzel was in here and he said the word is after a certain page. So if you want to do that or buy the book and read it, but on a certain page or after a certain page. That's funny, Kevin. But this isn't even mine. I didn't get one sent to me. This is a signed version, and it was sent to Kathy.
Yeah, so it's mine, so I'll leave your hands off it.
It's her book, so I'll leave my hands off it. That's right. He'll tell you what word it isn't. I'm pretty sure it's not the word it. Bye. Have a good day at school. There you go. That's right. Know where you rate. That's right. That's me. Show this channel some love. I'm gonna start putting all my Canon videos into that channel right there. I'll run them through the Iron Dog and then I'll put them in there. So well, thanks. Thanks, Jerry. Matter of fact, I just canned some taco soup and had refried beans in it, or pinto beans. Yeah, I've never canned them as far as to can them, but I'm going to do that because I have approximately, I don't know, 40 or 50 pounds of pinto beans right now. I have northern beans, probably about 20 pounds of those. There you go. Well, thanks, Junkyard. To dry them, no, I know how to dry them, or dry can them. But usually, when you want to dry can something, you want to have half-gallon jars to do it, so that way you can do a bunch of them at a time. But if you dry can them, you just pour them in, a clean, sterile jar. They don't even have to be sterile because you're going to sterilize it anyways. Pour them in a clean, dry jar. Put them in your oven and let them heat in your oven for a few hours. I don't remember how much. I have to refresh myself. But you heat them up until they are the same temperature that they should be, and that's around 220 or 224, 225, something like that. And you put a thermometer in there, and if it's hot, that temperature, you pull them out, put a ring and a lid on them, and tighten them down, and they'll can. Farts in a jar, that's right. So. But I could probably prefer not to can them that way, for the simple reason most of that stuff is for SHTF, and water is going to be a rare commodity. So if you're going to can beans, you might, while you got the water, you might as well, soak them and everything else and can them then. And that way you don't have to worry about coming up with water to rehydrate your beans. Talking about navy beans, beans or bean soup. I am going to make bean soup and can that too. All right there, Kevin.
Right after you get a job, and then you can afford to waste food.
I'm not wasting nothing.
Yeah. Nobody eating your stupid couch. Right.
Huh. Well, when SHTF hits, I don't want to see you guys open up a jar and eating on that either.
Oh, believe me, it'll all be there for you.
No.
All right, precious?
All right, princess? Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be all there for you.
Hey, that bacon, man. You like the bacon. You didn't say anything about it when I put it in the baked beans the last time. Well, you can do that. You can put the dried beans in the jar and then, add your water and then can them that way. They will cook, but you better know how many beans you're putting in there because they can swell up enough and push the lid right off. I think it's like 1 cup of beans or something like that to a quart jar. Yeah, it's just easier to cook it all up first and then can it. And then that way, you don't have to worry about the, because the beans are put off of gas. So, and your best way to cook beans is you start cooking your beans, you soak them overnight and you drain the water off, put them in a pan, put some water in there, cook them for like 10, 15, 20 minutes until they start to boil. Shut them off, let them set for 5, 10 minutes, drain them. Put them back in the pan, add some more water to them, and restart them again. That's how you get all the gas out of the beans. So that the chemical gas or whatever. A bunch of videos out, tell about how to do it. Yeah. So when they soak up the water. All right there, Gene. When they soak up the water, they get bigger, and when they expand, if you put too many beans in your quart jar and they keep expanding, they'll blow the top off, they'll blow the lid off, they'll bust the jar. Um, there's hundreds of different ways to can them, and I'm not saying anybody's way is better than others. Um, let's see. Okay, Gene wanted me to share some pictures. They ought to be in pictures. There's Gene's wood. That's a nifty new hammer. And there's Gene's woodworking again. There we go. Yeah, you got flying twice. You can can water. In fact, you should have some canned water just for medical purposes only. You know, just for medical purposes in general. You know, like if the world took a total collapse and you got hurt and you needed to rinse a wound and keep it clean, the canned water is just is going to be as close as San can and not either. That's right. It's backwards. You're right. But that way, you know, you used to have some of that just for that reason. Huh? What? What's that? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I canned sauerkraut one time, and it was pretty decent. It wasn't, you know, bad, you know, sour like everybody, like most of your sauerkrauts were. And that's I actually ate some of it. I'm not a sauerkraut fan, but I did eat some of it. Um, wasn't that hard either. I watched J Null 00 or J Null 0, whatever, and he showed me how to can it, or you know, I watched a video on it, and that's how I canned mine. So it was pretty easy. I wish I'd had a cabbage shredder, you know, but I don't. I just cut it into thin strips and chopped it up a little bit and put it in as coleslaw. So. Not coleslaw. Excuse me. I'm sorry. What the hell did I just say? Coleslaw? Sauerkraut.
Good morning.
Good morning. The hammer give you a heck of an idea. And what idea was that? It did look like Alexandria Cortez, didn't it? Find two old hammerheads. Now, I tell you what my dad did. Years ago, my dad had to, he worked at a factory and he had to stamp. Use a hammer and a stamp and, stamp plates. And one day he hit his thumb. He said, that's enough of that. So what he did is he brought in a hammer from home and he ground it down flat, ball peen hammer, ground it down flat. And then he cut that stamp, cut that off, and he put that on the hammer and welded it. He took it to the maintenance department there and he had them weld that on there. And he had his own hammer. So what he'd do, he'd hold the hammer handle like this and set that on there and never whacked his thumb again. So have you seen those electric hammers? You push the button and it goes pop, 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 pop. That's funny. I don't know. You guys got something you want to talk about? Let me know. I'm dying here. Yeah, I can't think of anything to talk about. Like I said before, I am going to can the vegetable broth today, so I'm going to finish the video on that. That's right. Ain't gonna smack no fingers no more, are you? Remember years ago, you said that a TV station, and then the guy would hold the stamp up like this, and then he'd smack it with that 3-pound, mini mall, and then it would stamp out. I don't know, V. I think it was number 8 in Roman numerals or number 9 in Roman numbers or whatever. Every time I'd see that happen, I was thinking, man, just think if he slipped and smacked his hand like that. Try to make some tool buys, but it's not going well. Gene, what are you looking for? Maybe I can help you. Let's see. Okay. I think I can help find you some tools. Marie Kaplinger, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. I don't know. Why did Jack Webb leave Dragnet? Okay, Gene. Um, that's pretty cool there, Junkyard. Maybe couches and chisels. Okay. Gene, right here. Um, let me show it to you. That is vintage hand tools. The bid is $21.56 right now. Let's see, Columbia Wilmette. So that's in Oregon or Washington. Oregon. So it's in Oregon. Okay. But let's see what else. See, that's just one of them. You got to go to the shopgoodwill.com and punch up tools and start looking through there. There's 84 results for tools. That was just one of them. There's a whole bunch of them. I just found another one. And it's no, chat's not frozen. That isn't Dragnet. That's supposed to be Pink Panther. Dun 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 dun. That's Pink Panther. That's not Dragnet. Sorry, Chuckles. That's the joke for Pink Panther. Gene, and keep looking because I mean you go there every day or whatever, and there's something new every day. So you know, no, I'm not wrong. You are. The Pink Panther song is done. Dun 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 dun. I know, because I was around when the Pink Panther first come out. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. How you doing, Mickey Mouse? Nice to see you here. Good to have you. No. No.
Oh,
Your message is held for review. And guess what? I'm going to be a nice guy. I'm going to hide it. Who all remembers the Pink Panther? Who all remembers the theme song from the Pink Panther? Oh. You know, because that's where all the crying is. Dead ant, 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 dead ant. That's right. Where's Minnie? Nice to have you here, though, Mickey Mouse. Disney know you're out. She's at the store. That's funny. Grandkids like watching that. I don't know, Mickey Mouse. I don't even know the rest of it, but it's Mickey Mouse cartoons is on. So it's a hell of a train he's got. He can take that train anywhere. He just started up and go, and as it goes, it puts the tracks out in front of the train. It's got an endless supplies of tracks. In there for some reason. Yep, that's right. Now, Minnie's probably at the store picking up something special for Mickey. All right, there, Mickey. You have yourself a great day. Thanks a lot for stopping. I appreciate it. Tell Minnie I said hi. She was in the rest home. Yeah. Paul Mann. You knew the real Minnie the Moocher? Huh. Was she a friend of yours? We all had them friends. They would never have any cigarettes, would never have any alcohol, would never have any. They'd be there to drink yours and smoke yours. So, yeah, we all had them. Or they would come make a special trip over there just so they could. What are you doing? Oh, I just come here to see if I can get a cigarette. Come in and have a cup of coffee. Why, you ain't got coffee at your house? No, I don't buy this stuff. Oh, then why do you expect I should buy it for you? Yeah. She was a tweaker in and out of jail. Well, that's never good. No. Well, I gotta give me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back, but I gotta make a pot. So give me a minute. Oh. I'm hungry. You gonna share that cereal with me? No? Water all over the counter. Somebody did. Well, I had a mess to clean up. Got that cleaned up. And there's about this much in a coffee cup. That's all there was left. So I got to wait for the coffee to make sure I can get a cup. Hopefully I can beat them all back to the pot before they all get to it. Then I'll have to make another pot. Oh. Okay. What are they cleaning there, Marie? You cut that? Yeah, did you really, Gene? Huh. No. We usually do, I don't know, 6 pots or something like that before noon, and then 2 or 3, maybe 4 for the rest of the day. So, yeah. Oh, an oil spill. Oh, okay. The oil spill? It swept out quick. There you go. Yeah. Outside in your yard or something there, Marie? I haven't heard, so I didn't know. Oh, that's too bad. Hopefully your insurance is going to pay for that because that's going to be an expensive cleanup. Rocky Brook, good morning, man. It's been a minute. Nice to have you here. Well, hopefully they get everything cleaned up because I've worked with a lot of that stuff, soil contamination and stuff. And you would be surprised how far and how deep they have to go. Even in a little time, oh, I didn't get that far. Yeah, well, um, I've been to places where I've taken roll-off boxes to pick up that stuff, and they said, how much was spilled? Oh, about 20 gallons. Okay, 20 gallons isn't a lot. Well, it's not a lot. But once it starts going through that dirt and it starts moving, they could haul away 300-400 tons of dirt just to make sure that 20 gallons didn't get that far. That's a lot of dirt. We'd take 20-yard roll-off boxes there, and they'd be so damn heavy you could hardly get them picked up. And we'd have a guy there dropping one, picking one up, running it to the hazmat dump, and then coming back. So, coffee's done. Let me go get a cup. Spill your cereal there, bud. Now, hopefully, is your insurance company going to pay? I know they're going to pay to clean up, but are they going to pay for a new fuel tank and the fuel too? Because that's an expensive thing, man. I know what fuel oil is going for. Was it $3 a gallon? That's pretty expensive stuff. Yeah, 150 gallons. That's a lot. They'll be digging up. I'm telling you, they'll be when they get done digging. They'll be digging up by your house. They'll be digging by your basement and everything else. Yeah, fuel oil's got to be what, $3 a gallon? It's close to that, I imagine. Oh, that's not good either. Well, if it ran into his yard and your yard, that's going to be a lot of cleanup. That's going to be a lot. You're right. That's a lot of dirt to move. You know, even if they take off, yeah, even if they take off, 3 feet, that's a lot of dirt. But not deeper than 3 feet. If they find any contaminant, they're going to keep going down. They'll test that soil and they'll keep going down and keep going down until they don't find any more contaminants. Now, I work for this trucking company, and we worked for another company, and this guy was a complete ass. Okay, he treated everybody like they were excrement. Okay, for a better word. $2.61 a gallon. Well, that's good. Well, the clay should help hold it, keep it from going down too far. If it was sandy soil or something like that, it would drop like a rock. And the only thing you really got going for you is if the ground is still froze. But if your ground is starting to thaw out and stuff, you're going to mix it with that water, and that's going to even be worse. But anyways, this guy used to treat everybody like excrement. Even our company owner, our boss and stuff, he used to treat him like that because he thought he was better than everybody. Well, one day they were cleaning house. They were leaving, and we were up there hauling stuff away. And he went to pick up tote, one of them great big 500-gallon totes or whatever, 275-gallon totes. They're in a steel cage. Well, this one was full of oil. And he went to pick it up with a claw on an excavator. Rather than put chains on it and lift it up, he decided he would just grab it with a claw and pick it up and put it in the back of my roll-off trailer, or roll-off box. Welcome back, Mickey Mouse and Hedgehog. How are you doing? Anyways, he went to pick it up and he crushed this plastic container. And I'm talking, this is, 275 gallons of oil all over the place. It started running all over. He starts digging a hole, and he's digging and digging and digging and digging. Well, then he knocks the toter inside the hole and starts covering it up. And he's taking the bucket, and he's scraping the dirt, and pushing it in the hole and everything else, trying to get all this oil put into one spot. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm burying it. I said, why are you burying it? Because that's, I know why he's burying it. He's hiding it. So I started to leave out of there, and I thought I would do the correct thing. I called the EPA and told them exactly where I was, what the address was, and what I just seen. And they said, oh, really? I said, yes. I come back with my roll, and guess who was there? The EPA. And this company got fined a shitload of money. This guy wasn't 30 feet from the creek, okay? And it's not that I, snitch or whatever. That is a hazardous waste, especially when you're that close to a creek. And this guy was an ass. And the company he worked for, they were asses. We worked for them, and they decided they were going to shut down production and everything else, or shut down their job. Not, hey, we're going to shut down in 2 weeks, or we're going to shut down next month. Tomorrow is your last day. And in fact, tomorrow we're not even hauling nothing. Tomorrow, I want you guys to come up here, and we're going to haul a bunch of stuff. I want you to haul it to landfill so we can clean this place up. And that's what he did. He covered his tracks. So the guy got everything he deserved. So did the company that had him employed. They got what they deserved. I don't know what the fine was, but I'm sure it was close to a couple $1 million. My general manager was there at the time when that happened, and he knew I called him. And he said, let me tell you something. That's going to cost them big time. I said, they deserve it. He said, you're damn right they do. If nothing else, he could have dug up all that dirt and that oil and stuff real quick and put it in my roll-off box, and then called, for special waste. But no, he didn't want to do that. And it was at a rail yard. So just think what Norfolk and Western had to say about that. Oh, yeah. The Norfolk and Western, all your Canadian Pacifics, all your rail yards and stuff, they are pretty much environmentally friendly because they don't want to get, the government checking into their crap too much. So they try to keep everything clean. You go to all their rail yards and stuff, tankers laying there. That's all. How you doing, Scuzz Twilly? Good to see ya. And no Christmas. Yeah, I didn't get a Christmas card or nothing. Imagine that. Hey, I can be an ass just like the next guy. In fact, I can be worse. I can think of things to do that you can't even imagine. Well, that's nice. Virus and threat protection. Windows Defender summary. Windows Defender antivirus did not find any threats since your last summary. Your device was scanned 1 time. Wasn't that nice? Damn, well, I'm glad you're out of jail there, Scuzz. Are you going to go over to Big Steve's and fornicate? Oh, I bet it is a lot of history there. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's right. Tim can tell you, the rail yards, man, their rail yards are pretty much clean. They clean them up all the time. Yeah, Mafia run business. That's right. Yeah. He stole your truck. Well, that ain't no good. Did he take the Scuzz Twilly off the back and put on Big Steve Entertainment? I would. I tell you, I wouldn't waste a second there, Scuzz. I'd run right from jail right over to his house. Show him who's boss. Good morning, Twisted R. Nice to have you here. But I'm glad your insurance company's paying for it. I know you probably have a deductible or whatever, but that's nothing compared to what the price is going to be, because it could go into the millions. And it doesn't take very long to get there. Because by the time they clean it all up, dig it all out, They do all the testing and everything, and then they come back in and backfill, and then they got to seed it and grass it, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be pretty expensive. Well, I'm glad you don't have a deductible. You're taking that ragged old truck, the Scuzzmobile is on the loose. That's right. Was you out drinking with Anita Beer? I haven't seen her in a long time either. Last time I heard she got in trouble. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Banking on Money, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Hopefully your internet's working better today. Did you get electricity back? Electricity? That's right. You're welcome. Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's probably one of my favorite beers. That's when beer was beer, man. There's also a song about that, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Threw them up on the dash. Hi, Mrs. Banks, how are you doing today? You're a vision of loveliness today. Trying to figure out why we can't connect. Yeah, funny. Yeah. That's right. Rednecks, White Sox, and Blue Ribbon beer. So how many people are without power around you there, Bankin? Excuse me. That's right. Find your stuff you hang from the rearview mirror. That way, when the cops pull you over for obstructing your view, you can get a nice big ticket for that stuff you want, and you're hanging from your rearview mirror because it's pretty. If you guys didn't know that, you can get a ticket from hanging stuff on your mirror. They sell those air fresheners and stuff. They're not designed to be mirror hangers. No, they're not. You're supposed to hang them back here on your coat rack or your coat hangers. You went from off-grid to a 50-inch TV? Well, that's pretty cool. Still got the squirrels running the generator, though? Big Steve was here. Hopefully you're not pointing to your bottom. Trophy, that's right, trophies. Hey, Jenny, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. You're looking lovely as ever. You was diagnosed with COPD? I have COPD too. I have to go down to Toledo to a specialist down there. They want me to take a, they're supposed to call me and set up an appointment. So I'm just reading some comments. Anyways, I got I think March 6th, I got to go back to the doctor again for a follow-up. They want to check my shoulder. The cortisone shot, steroid shot, whatever you want to say, did not work. Oh, I understand that, Rocky. I really don't have a hard time breathing anymore. I quit smoking. I breathe pretty good. I'm going to shave. I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to come down here, around here. This is all going to be gone, but I'm going to leave this. No, I'm going to keep this and shave the rest of it off. That way I look like a rock star. Yeah. You don't smoke anymore, do you, Rocky? Or are you still smoking? You're more familiar with cops instead of COPD. I can't. Obstructive pulmonary disease. But other than shaving the beard, I'm still good looking. Now, y'all can throw up on your own leisure. So. Most likely we're waiting. They're moving out right now, so waiting for them to move out and the guy to clean out the house because I'm sure it's pretty bad in there. Wait for them to clean it out, let it air out for a couple of days, and we'll go look at it. Kevin's doing okay. He was here last weekend. I seen him. So he's looking lovely as ever. But he is back to working and stuff, so he probably doesn't have time to come see his brother. So. And it all depends on what the guy wants for it across the street. You know, I have a pretty good idea of what it's worth. So, you know. Yeah, he's doing okay. He works for a solar company. Offhand, I can't think of the name. but he works for a solar company, and he works for a factory. So. You forgot all about your banana nut bread till now? Did you put any whipped cream on it? See, now, I like my banana nut bread either with whipped cream on it or about 1/8 of an inch of real butter. Put right on the top of it. Nice and cold. Not toasted or not warm, but nice cold piece of butter on top of it. No, he doesn't own it. He just works for the guy. Friends of his, so he's a store manager. He's got a pretty high position there. Then again, he's the only employee, so. Aurora Capital, that's what it's called, Aurora Capital Energy. So. Excuse me a second, I got something in my eye. Besides my finger. I did a few big jobs. Somebody bought, I don't know, $25,000 worth of panels or something. That's a pretty good job. Yeah, might as well be the owner at that point. You're right. No. Well, he gets to, he's got his solar generator in the store, and he's been getting a few people looking at that. So, which is good because now if he wants to, you know, if they want to buy one, then he can build one for them. So now you're a reseller, okay. So what are you selling now, Rocky? No, I did not. Well, they get $175,000 a year to live on, but they get $5 million a year to pay their salaries for their employees and run their office. Where in the hell is that coming from? Oh, okay. Well, that's good, Rocky. Most generally, whatever I can help them with, I will help them with. I'll show him how to do it, you know, and then, you know, if he doesn't know how, I'll show him how to do it or how I would do it. And then that way, you know, I can do it 1 or 2 times. I just couldn't do it all day long, you know, so. Or show him, you know, what way it should be done. My son, other son, he works for the pipeline down in Virginia, West Virginia. He's not so much as a handyman or anything like that. They were all too busy watching, you know, playing video games and all that other stuff to learn how to do anything. So.
Well, they really didn't have a teacher.
And they didn't have a teacher because I wasn't home. I was working too many hours. So, no, I'd take, you know, I'd say, hey, let's go in the garage, and I'd show them something, and, you know, 30 seconds in, they won't even be interested. Walk away and go in the garage or go in the house. That wasn't the way it was when I was growing up. You know, when you walked outside, you had to help your dad, and that was it. You know, you learned stuff, you watched. Even holding the flashlight. Are you supposed to play with those? Hey!
Yeah.
Well, we got salt and pepper on the table now.
What's your ass book?
The little one, he's 4 years old. He doesn't go to school yet. He grabbed both salt and pepper shakers, and I said, "Are you supposed to be playing with those?" He went,
Salt and pepper shaker.
that's when I yelled, "Hey." No, I didn't plant anything. And I've got onions out there. They're sitting in planters right now, but they'll start growing again this spring. But besides, I don't have any of the covers on the greenhouses now. So, in fact, I got one greenhouse downstairs in the pantry, and I'm using that for a shelf. So. Ah, I wonder who does that too. Thrift stores, yeah. Now, I don't have any, actually, there's no trees in my yard other than what belongs to the city, and that's on the other side of the sidewalk. And there's 3 of them in my yard, or belong to the city, and all 3 of them, I believe, should be torn down because all 3 of them are bigger than every tree that's in the block. One had a 40-foot limb fall off it last spring, hit my tore out a bunch of my bushes, hit my shed, and hit a trailer that was out there that didn't belong to me. But I called the city, and I called them twice, and I called them 3 times, and nobody come out. So finally, I ended up having to cut it, or have my son-in-law come over and cut it all up. Unfortunately, I live in the city, Spankin. So, but I do have a nice garden spot out there. So, and the tree limb that fell is on the side of the garden, so that should put more sunlight out there. So. Well, that's pretty cool. No, I live, actually, I live in town. I don't even live in the suburbs of town. I live in town. But I have my druthers. I'd live out in the country. So we tried to buy a house out in the country first before we bought this one. You got a dead pine tree? I had a house over on another street that I inherited. And the city come in, and they were doing some road work and stuff, and they backed over my sidewalk. And they busted it all to hell. So I called them up and said, "Hey, you guys backed your heavy equipment up on my sidewalk into my driveway, and you busted my sidewalk all up." I said, "No, we didn't." I said, "Yes, you did. The neighbor sat right across the street and watched you guys do it." So they come out and they looked, and because what they did is they sent me a letter stating they were going to replace my sidewalk, and it was going to cost me this. So I was out there looking at it, and the neighbor told me who done it because nobody was living there at the time. So I called the city and said, "No, you guys done it. You replace it." Well, they fought with me for, I don't know, half an hour or so on the phone. And I said, "Well, fine, I'll just get a lawyer. I will sue you guys to have you replace it, and I'll sue you for the cost of a lawyer." Well, the next day, I'm driving out there, and I see somebody down there in on the road. So I drive down there to see what's going on, and here they are replacing the sidewalk. So they replaced it for nothing. But they had a tree. And this tree is probably Oh, I'm guessing 90 feet or tall or better. And it's as big as, I got a 4-foot round table here, and this thing was as big as around this table. And yeah, they want your money for nothing. That's right. So I see a cop once a week, maybe twice a week tops, roll down through here. You don't see any cops around here. You know, you never see them. You know, got Sanford and Son and Beverly Hillbillies across the street. They don't keep the place cleaned up or nothing like that. That's why the guy that does own it, he got so many tickets, and he told them that they were going to start paying the tickets. And finally, they decided, you know, because they were buying the place on a land contract, and they decided they would move to another neighborhood which isn't so tough on junk, which is in another small town next door to us. So, but anyways, this tree was about the size of this table. It was about 90 feet tall. And I called the city. I said, hey, you need to cut this tree down. And they said, well, it's on your side of the sidewalk. I said, that's how it's going to be, right? They said, yeah. I said, okay, if it's on my side of the sidewalk, I don't want to hear no crap of 31 feet from the center of the road then. They said, what are you talking about? I said, you guys own 31 feet from the center of the road, right? They said, yeah. Well, 31 feet from the center of the road puts that tree 5 feet inside your area. It's your tree. Cut it down. A couple weeks later, they were out there cutting it down. So, because they didn't want a lawsuit. I mean, this was a huge tree. This is the biggest tree I ever seen in town. And that's the thing. I said, you know, if a big wind would have caught that, it'd have come straight down. It, you know, in the house, and people were living, it would have killed everybody in there. Yeah, if they refuse to trim the tree, call your insurance company. I have them call the insurance company and say, hey, I got a tree here, and I think it's a hazard to my house, and the city owns it, and the city won't trim it. Your insurance company will get a hold of the city and say, hey, you know, if that tree falls on this guy's property, we are not paying it. You guys are going to be paying for the damage. And guess what? They'll come out and trim it. So, yeah, if you let them push you around, they will push you around until you owe them everything. The house I had on the yellow house I had on Beecher, I put like $80,000 into this house. Made it look beautiful. Now I built a garage, but when I built the garage, I didn't buy enough siding to match, okay, to fit. So I had enough siding to do the front, and that was it. So what I did is I took corrugated steel barn siding, and I did the rest of the garage and barn. Well, they come up and they stopped me, and they come to the house and left me a letter on the door saying my garage was not aesthetically correct, and if I did not correct it, they were going to tear it down. Now, first of all, I'm not a smart person. I'm kind of dumb. So I had to look up what aesthetically correct meant. And what aesthetically correct means, it doesn't look like the house. I said, So that means if you have a house that's vinyl siding, but you have an old brick garage, that's not aesthetically correct either, is it? Or if you have a house that's vinyl sided and you have a shed out there that's wood sided, that's not aesthetically correct. Or if you have a Quonset hut in your backyard and you don't have, that's not vinyl sided like your house, that's not aesthetically correct. So I started finding out where all these bigwigs from the city live, and I started checking out and seeing if their houses were aesthetically correct. Come to find out, only one was. So I started giving them addresses, and they started looking. That's my address. I said, correct. when you get your house aesthetically correct, I'll get mine aesthetically correct. And they come out, and they, a couple of weeks later, they come out, and they come there to tear down my garage. They said, we're going to tear down this garage, this week. I said, no, you're not. I said, I put 80 grand into this house. I built this garage. I'm not putting another nickel into this property until you guys make everybody in this neighborhood clean up their places and fix their houses. When that's done, then I'll put new siding on the garage. Other than that, no. About an hour later, I walk out to get the mail, and there's a note on the door. Mr. Miller, we have changed our mind. You can keep the garage the way it is. They didn't even have the nerve to knock on the door. They just stuck it in the door. So I kept the note just in case they decided to walk up there with an excavator. When they told me that they were going to have somebody tear down my garage, I told them that I would be sitting in the hayloft because I had a second floor in the garage. I told them I'd be sitting there with a rifle, and the first one that come up the garage or up the driveway with some kind of equipment to tear it down, I would shoot them clean out of the seat. And they pretty much knew back then that, I wasn't BSing. You're not going to touch nothing of mine that I've worked hard to do and I paid a lot of money for. I was. Not anymore. I got Kathy take care of it for me. Oh, yeah. That's right. It would be correct. But I had no idea what aesthetically correct meant. There's places in town that have Quonset huts sitting out there in the house, in your yard. Well, if you have a Quonset hut sitting in your yard, how come your house doesn't look like a Quonset hut? Or how come your Quonset hut doesn't look like your house? They didn't say a word to that guy. And I'm sure that Quonset hut was probably $50,000, $60,000 because it's big enough to put about 15 cars in. Oh, yeah, you see it all the time. I had vinyl siding on the front of it, so you could see it from the road. It was the same color as the house. I even trimmed it out in the same color. But the sides that you couldn't see from the road or the back was corrugated steel siding. The only way you could see that is if you were in the back parking. There's a parking lot, not behind my house, but behind the house next to me. And if you were in that parking lot, you could see that it was corrugated steel siding. Yeah, I know. You're welcome there, Benkin. I'm pretty sure you get a hold of your insurance company and tell them, hey, I have asked the city to do this, to trim this tree, and I have a feeling that, it's unsafe for my property. One, either the insurance company will send somebody over and have them look at that tree, and if they deem it's unsafe, they'll cut it down. Or they will get a hold of the city and tell the city either, if that happens, you're paying for it because you've been told. Now, there's a lot more weight when the insurance company tells a city to do something than when you tell them, because you're just a peon. Even though they work for you, you're still a peon. But when an insurance company says, hey, we will sue you, they have the money and they have the resources to do it. They will spend $1 million to make the city pay a $5,000 bill. That's just how it is. Like the garbage company I work for, they'd spend $10 million to save a nickel. They would. It's all on the bottom line. Did this house? Yeah, we when I bought this house, we put in. I had to put in three ceilings in some of the rooms. I put in all new flooring in living room, kitchen, dining room, bedroom downstairs. Upstairs, I put in a new hall carpet and a carpet in one of the bedrooms. Painted all Kathy painted all the rooms. No, you painted all the rooms? Huh? She painted all the rooms. Upstairs, bedroom upstairs was purple. I mean, it was purple, purple, and pink. And they had to paint that. It took a lot of coats of paint to do that. She painted the living rooms, the ceilings and everything. You can see all this stuff, the wainscot right there and all the trim. This room right here it took me a month to do this room. Now I was only working on it a couple hours a night, but I put all the wainscot in here, all the chair rail, all the trim, everything. Kathy painted the walls, the ceilings. We had to put a new ceiling in here, put new lights, all laminate floors. So, and I have the foyer's got to be done yet. I got to redo the bathroom downstairs, but I got sick, so I couldn't do anything. And now I'm starting to feel healthy enough to where I can do a little bit at a time. And hopefully this summer I will either get the bathroom done or I will get the foyer done. The foyer needs to have a floor leveled. It's a concrete floor and it's got a great big dip in it. I want to get that out of it, get it leveled, and put a regular tile floor in here or hardwood floor. It's not worth the trouble. When I first bought this place, my taxes was $3,700 a year. A year. Because it was classified as a duplex rental. This thing has never been a duplex. But they classified it as a duplex rental, and the guy that owned it never even realized it was classified as a duplex rental. He just saw it because it was a corner property. That's why the taxes were so high. Well, it took 2 years for me to constantly complain, gripe, and Kathy went down there several times because I was working. This is not a duplex. Finally they changed it. Now it's only $1,700 a year. No. No. This is laminate. That's all that's in here. It's laminate flooring and carpet. So, yeah, tell me about it. So, the first 2 years we were here, that was an expensive tax time. So, I was actually glad I was working at the time then. So, but I bought this room right here, which why it took it so long is when I put the floor in. I bought 6 boxes of flooring. I had the stock guy come over and I said, hey, I want this flooring right here. He said, oh, right here some. So he starts loading it on the cart. I go pay for it. I take it home. It sits in my foyer for about a month. I start working on this room. I start putting it all together. I get down to the last box and I said, no, wait a minute. What is this? Something's not right. And I still have my receipts for everything. Yeah, I know. We only got just carpet in a couple of the bedrooms and a hallway upstairs. But anyways, I started looking. The last box I opened was different than the rest of them. I started reading the box. I thought, wait a minute. How come this one looks different than the rest of them? So I go back out to the garage and I look at all the other boxes. And it's different. The names are different on it. The kind is different. This guy, the sales guy that sold me this stuff, the top box was the only one that was the same. Or was the one I bought. The rest of them was different, was a different kind. So I called up, and this was Menards, and I said, hey, this is what happened. I ordered this. I didn't realize it. I come in, and I started laying this floor. I got all the boxes open, laid all this floor, and I got to the last box, and it was the box that I actually bought. The other 5 boxes wasn't. They said, "Sir, we don't have that no more. I'm sorry to hear that, but we don't even have the other box, the other stuff that you had the 5 boxes of. But if you bring that all back in your receipt, we will give you enough flooring to redo your floor again. Sorry about the inconvenience." So I took it all back, and they said, "Well, we don't have that kind, and we don't have the other kind either. We have a more expensive kind. I hope you don't mind, but we think it's close to the same kind." So I went and looked at it. I said, "Yeah, that looks nice." It was like 30 or 40 cents a square foot more, and they give it to me for the same price. So it worked out. And it's a good floor because I've never had to do anything with this. It doesn't kick open. It doesn't do anything. The floor in my kitchen comes apart all the time. I got to kick it back together. They got to kick it back together. I'm going to tear that up, and I'm going to put in a better high quality floor, and I'm going to work it right into the bathroom. So it'll be the same going right into the bathroom. Can you get me a deal on Armstrong flooring? I like Armstrong. I think it's pretty good stuff. Well, that's the reason why we don't have too many carpets in here, is because that cuts down on. There's a lot less dust in the house if you have no carpets. Yep, the bacteria, the dust, and everything.
Well, my mom had COPD.
Right, and her mom had COPD, so the only rooms that had them carpet is in the bedrooms.
Her falling.
Yeah, and because of her falling, carpet's a lot easier, a lot softer. But I always told her when she come out here, I said, make sure you got slippers on, because laminate floor is slippery, so, and especially if we used to have a couple of rugs here that didn't have the rubber backing on them, and we got rid of those and put the ones that do have the rubber backing on, so they don't move so fast. Because there ain't nothing worse than a rug slipping on laminate flooring. It's just like a sled on snow. So, but I like the laminate flooring. It's easier to clean. We got the living room, dining room, and kitchen that are all laminate, and you can take that Swifter, and in 10 minutes, you can pretty much do all 3 rooms in 10 minutes. I've never heard of that. Yep, you're right. Rugs carry germs. They do. Germs and a lot of dust. Half-inch thick. There's a 5 mil thick. Yeah, we don't have any animals either because of the pet dander and all that stuff. We're not getting any animals, I guess. So. You're an animal? I guess. Yeah. You know, there's a half-inch thick. I had a friend that put in slate tile for flooring, but before he did that, he put in PEX and he'd run hot water through it. He had a boiler down there, and that's how he heated his home. He'd start in September running the boiler, and he'd just get the uh, room into 70 degree, keep it up, because you want to start when it's still warm out. That way it doesn't take that much to keep the tile warm or get them warmed up. If you start when it's colder, it takes a lot to get them tile warmed up. When you get them tile warmed up and keep them warm, then they stay warm. It doesn't take that much. Yeah, it is. It is hard to, unless you've got a damn good vacuum cleaner. You know, you can take an area rug and you can sweep that thing for 5 hours straight. 5 hours straight. You can take it out, sling it over top of a clothesline, and hit it with a carpet beater, and you're gonna watch the dust fly out of it. You're never gonna get it all out. I don't care how good your vacuum cleaner is, it's never gonna get it all out. And you can, like I said, you can sweep it for 5 hours, empty it out, or empty the container when it gets full, and that thing will keep getting full until it's done. You know, and you'll never get all the dirt out of it. 3.5 inches wide and 1.5 inch. Okay, 1.5 inches thick. Okay. Good morning, Dirty Dog Diggers. You're looking lovely as ever. How are you doing? Well, Kevin's here with his 3 olive breakfast. Is it good? Tongue and groove. Yep. You own a steam cleaner? I used to have one. I do have a carpet shampooer, so, but that don't work that great either. Tammy's trying to housebreak you. Lots of luck on that. I think she's just trying to get you to go outside so she can lock the door there, Tim. Yeah, you got to move the furniture and everything, when you start steam cleaning. No, they're not good for hardwood floors. Oh, I bet they do. Every once in a while, I see them on Craigslist for sale. It's doing good there, Hondo. How's it doing with you? Glad to see you here. I at one time almost bought foam, an insulation blowing machine. And I got to thinking, why buy one? Because I could have got it cheap. Why buy it? I can go to the lumber yard, buy the insulation, and they'll let me borrow the hopper, the blower that comes with it. So, well, that was because actually I used to do insulation, blown insulation. I used to do it in the mornings before I went to work second shift. So. And that's a good paying job. It pays good. The only thing is you got to have two people when you do this. You got to sometimes you got to have three. You got to have a person, blow the insulation. You got to have a person filling the hopper, and depends on what you're doing and where it's at. You might have to have a person inside the house pushing against the wall. Because sometimes that stuff I actually push the wall right off the studs. So I don't mind it. It doesn't really bother me. I'd rather insulate than anything else. So. And another thing, if you guys are doing insulation and you're doing foam insulation or blown insulation, excuse me, I keep saying foam but blowed. Yeah, house call for 70, you blow to 100. Oh yeah, probably not. Probably not. They're banking. Anyways, if you're doing blown insulation, now if I was gonna build me someplace, a cabin or something, and I was gonna blow insulation, I would actually have wooden walls on the inside, plywood or OSB, and I would run it. The first set I would run laying down sideways, 4 feet by 8 feet or whatever, and I would fill that with insulation, and I would pack that down as tight as I could get it. And then while you're insulating another section, take yourself a vibrating sander and a coat hanger and put that vibrating sander against that wall and hang it with a coat hanger, a metal coat hanger, and turn it on and let it sit there and vibrate against that wall. You'd be surprised, even though all the packing and stuff you did, that thing will vibrate another 6 or 7 inches. And then you go back and fill it up. And then next time you go up, you do a 2-foot piece of plywood and you do the same thing until you finally get to the top to where you can put some in, and you leave like a 4-inch strip at the top until you finally get whatever you can in there. And you'll have the warmest house you ever seen. And then you can drywall it after that. Oh yeah. Huh. Oh yeah, that's where they make it, cellulose. So, um, I guess the best kind of insulation anymore is the denim. That's the best, made out of blue jeans. I would like to relocate to a new state. Tennessee, tip of Alabama, maybe. South Kakalaki, even Missouri, southern part of Missouri. So, Missouri. But I doubt it. I doubt we'll go anywhere. As far as this being a retirement home, probably not. We'll probably end up selling this and move to an apartment building, so where they can pay, and they can do all the yard work and everything else. But you have 1 inch foam on the outside and the airspace, and then brick. Yeah. Yep. John Wayne Gacy used to use it. Yeah, he used to. That's right. So, John Wayne Gacy. Isn't that a funny sort? So. We had a serial killer here. They found a bunch of his dead bodies in his property about, I don't know, 20 miles from here, Loch Erin. I can't remember his name, but they dug up his property and found a bunch of dead people there. So that's pretty cool there, Junkyard. I'm doing good there, Just Me. How are you doing? You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Delaware, no state tax. Yeah, Tennessee's tax friendly too. Yeah, you did. You come at the right time. That's funny, Kevin. Yeah, but I don't want to go to Delaware. He ate a whole box of Lucky Charms. That's cool there, Tim. Let me see. Gary Addison Taylor was the guy's name. Huh? What? For the serial killer in Loch Erin?
Yeah. I can't, but no, it wasn't.
Right here, investigators search for victims at the home of the serial killer Gary Addison Taylor. A gruesome discovery found 40 years ago today at Loch Erin.
Right in Chelsea.
Yeah, there was another guy. Let's see, serial killer Tecumseh, Michigan. There's another one. I think his last name was started with a V. He'd been arrested several times, let out. So, Henry Lee Lucas, serial killer in Tecumseh, Michigan. So we've had 2 serial killers within 20 miles of us. On January 11th, 1960, he killed his mother. Put into a mental home, and then he got a mental institution, and then he got out on June 3rd of 1970. Then he moved in with his family, relatives in Tecumseh, and they were all serial killers. So, yeah. I tell you what. Look up Henry Lee Lucas, serial killer, Tecumseh, Michigan. And you ain't going to believe this guy. So. See you later, Kevin. You lived in Delaware your whole life? I've been to Delaware a few times. Stayed at a Holiday Inn there in Delaware. Yeah. You have a cousin in Bear, Delaware? I've been all over. The garbage company. spent some time down in Gaithersburg, Maryland, Delaware, Boston, in Massachusetts, down in the southern part of Ohio. I remember the best of it was one day I got done working. They said, "Hey, we need you to catch a flight. Fly down to, I think I was going to Dayton, Ohio. Go down to Dayton, Ohio, pick up a truck and bring it back." I said, "Okay." I get on the plane. I fly down to Dayton. We get right to the airport. We can't land because it's wind's blowing too fast or too much. The crosswinds are coming across too high and they can't land. So they flew us back to Toledo. Hopped on in a van and they drove us clear down there. So not only was I 7 hours late, then I had to drive back. So I called them up and said, "Hey, I'm on my way back." They said, "What took so long?" So I explained to them. They said, "Are you kidding?" I said, "Nope." So they just say I didn't get back to Toledo till like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So and then I come back to work at 11. They said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm here to work." So yeah. You migrated from here? Yeah, that's right. I'm not trying to laugh too hard. Yeah, you can't. In New Jersey, they pump your own gas, or they pump the gas. Oh, I haven't even checked. Let me see. I only check my Gmail about once every week. I used to check it all the time, and it's just nonstop. I got to go through 1,000 uh, emails, so I just do it all at one time. I just scroll down through there, and if something doesn't catch my eye, then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, it's gone. Well, that's cute. Love the blue hair. You got blue hair, all blew away. The one with let's see, purple, blue. Okay, I'll show you the pictures. There you go. Got blue hair, all blew away. I don't know who the camera guy is in the mirror right there, but is that Trey? There we go. Is that mom right there? And I'm assuming that's a good friend of yours. Nice pictures there, just me. He is a professional? Okay. That's right. You had to host a party like that? Nah, it's okay. Good looking boy.
Let's see. Huh?
The blue bomb, there you go. Okay, everybody, it is 9:30. I would stay a little bit longer, but I can't. I really have to. I have to take off. I got to get dressed and take off. So y'all have a great day. God bless. Prayers and peace. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Nah, it looks fine there, just me. Looks great. Love the blue hair. All blew away. That's what you tell it. You ask a guy that's bald, say, hey, what color's your hair? And then he says, hell, I don't know. And you say blue hair because it all blew away. Yep, I got to go. But y'all have a great day, and we will talk to you later. But we will see you tomorrow morning if you're so inclined. No, not tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow. Sorry about that. Bobby Sprinkle will be here tomorrow. Love bless you too there, Marie. I have got to go do blood work and do some other tests tomorrow at the hospital, so I won't be here. And Bobby Sprinkle will be doing it tomorrow morning, so go ahead and check Bobby out tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. And we will see you Wednesday. Unless I get out of there early enough, and then I'll come see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.